Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Saxlingham. Right, so I've had a few suggestions getting a Land Rover on the series to do a bit of a touring. So I started a bit of a tour last episode with the tractor, but it was a bit slow, and this vehicle would be a lot more suitable. We can't afford to buy it, it's at £45,000, which is obviously far too much for us at the moment. I would like to buy it maybe eventually, but for now we'll just have to lease it, and even leasing it's not going to be cheap. It's almost, well, £2,300 for that. Just to lease it, just to do a tour of the map, so that kind of doesn't make financial sense. But for the purposes of the video and for something to do today, I would like to use it, because it is quite fitting with the area as well, of course being a UK map, and it's a nice UK vehicle this. Very traditional British farm vehicle, so yeah, very, very fitting for the map. And an opportunity to drive it around as well, which I want to do. So it's more a bit of a fun thing to do for a start today, rather than a productive thing. But we'll have plenty of opportunities to make money later on, maybe even today when we sell some of the winter grain, because yeah, we probably will be moving time forward fairly soon. Don't think we're going to do any more drilling before the winter. So right, what I found out since I last recorded was that oops, I'm on the wrong side of the road, oh dear. Just as I was talking about being a British map and I forget which side of the road to drive on. Yes, that's not good. Yes, apparently the reason why the wheat field withered in September and not in October like it should, or I thought it should have done according to the calendar, is because it was a winter wheat crop. I think maybe if it was a spring planted wheat crop it would have been okay until September, but because it was a winter planted crop, which I didn't realise, but apparently that's the situation, so that is why it withered and we lost it. So it's a real shame that, but it's nothing I can do about it now, it's too late. So yeah, that is the situation, and there is my withered crop. But luckily it doesn't matter too much because we can get that replanted in the spring with a new crop and it should be fine. Probably going to put soybeans in there in the spring, I would imagine. Okay, so this is the first time I've been beyond this point on the map, so we'll have a drive down here. It's supposed to do 74 miles an hour, this vehicle, but currently I've got my foot flat on the floor and I'm doing 33, which is actually no quicker than the tractor. So I'm not quite sure why that is. That's a bit odd. Oh, we're starting to pick up speed a bit now. But yeah, it's not quite as quick as I was kind of hoping it would be. I suppose Land Rovers are not built for speed, but I was hoping it would do a bit more than 33. But yeah, we are up to 42 now, which is a bit better. So yeah, this part of the map is not the most exciting. It's just literally just the main road through. But it looks like there's a bit of a farm in there, or a sell point. So we'll have a look in here. We'll go down this. Oh, it's not a road, is it? It's just an entrance to the yard complex. So it looks like this is basically just a load of selling points for the map. Bale sell point, which we'll need fairly soon. Actually, we've got the bales to sell as well. Here is another sell point, and basically, yeah, just a load of sheds for selling stuff. So that's one of the places we can bring our stuff to when we come to sell that. Possibly this episode, but we'll see on that, depending on what else we do today. Again, there's another shed down there. So what is this area exactly? Let's have a quick look. So it's a warehouse, and then the Saxlingham products, farmers market, and the grain silos. So yeah, basically I'm assuming they're all sell points. Right, so we'll head back down the main road again, and we will have a look at some of the other side of the map which we haven't been to before. So this is the A140 between Ipswich and Norwich, apparently. There we go. So yeah, we'll head back down this way, and I think there's a side track to turn off somewhere down here. Yeah, this the acceleration on this vehicle is a bit disappointing. It's actually slower than the tractor, which is yeah, I was hoping it would be a bit quicker than this. Okay, there's a turning here, so we'll take this one, and we'll head down this way and see what there is down here. Oh, even getting overtaken. So here we go, some more wheat fields. So these must be spring wheat, I assume, because these ones haven't withered yet. So yeah, that's the reason for that. So at least I know now, because I was very confused by that, but apparently that is the reason. Thanks to the map maker for letting me know that in the comments. And I think a few other people let me know as well. I've had a few comments about why that is the case, and I do now know, so thank you for everyone that said that. And yeah, we're off through the bit of a forest here. Looks like there's some water on the right hand side, somewhere over here. A bit of a river, is it, or a stream, or yeah, there we go. There's a bit of a pond up there and a stream. That's really nice. It is, I have to say, it is a really well made map, this. Really, really good. So detailed and very authentic to the UK as well. This is pretty much exactly what the UK looks like, so anyone that's not from the UK, well, obviously different areas of the UK are different, not everywhere is the same. You get much hillier areas and much flatter areas than this, but as a sort of general, this is pretty much what the UK looks like in places like Norfolk, for example, which is where the map's at. So yeah, although Norfolk has its flat areas as well, flatter than this, but this is one of the slightly less flat areas. It's just nice rolling countryside, which is kind of my favourite sort of British countryside really, just nice gentle rolling countryside from fields. There are more dramatic areas like parts of Wales, Scotland and the Lake District and the Peak District are very, very hilly. Not many trees though higher up when you go into the hills. You don't get many trees like this, only down in the valleys and stuff. So that is very dramatic scenery around those areas, but this is more just general countryside really, typical agricultural countryside. Right, so yeah, it's basically just a farm track with fields either side, which goes on quite a long way actually. Where are we now? We're right down the bottom right hand side of the map now, so the complete opposite end of where our farm is. One thing I don't know, I haven't looked into, is this a standard map? Is this the same size as the base game maps, or is this actually a bigger map? I get the impression it's bigger. It feels bigger. Although we are going very slow. Like I say, I'm a bit disappointed with the speed of this thing. I was hoping that it would do a bit more than sort of 20 miles an hour around these. I mean, I suppose it actually, if you were driving around the farm tracks, you wouldn't be doing 70 miles an hour, so that's fair enough, but I was just sort of hoping to do a bit of a quick tour around the map rather than doing less than 20 miles an hour, but never mind. Okay, back to a road again, a proper road, with traffic on it. So we'll go up this way now. Here we've got some houses. Very nice. And yeah, back into some trees again, going up the main road. It's difficult to show everything because I'll probably miss things as well, which you know where things are, and I'll probably miss them. But oh, that's nice. Nice little wooden 5-bar gate there. That looks very nice and traditional English gates, you know. Very nice. Yeah, into a nice little field. That's it. Well, it says on the map this is a forest actually, but this is a grass field. It seems. The mini map showing that it's trees, but you know, I've got grass here, so that's a nice little grass field. Oh, now I'm causing traffic chaos. I parked right in the middle of the road. Whoops. Yeah, so we'll continue up this road. Just times like this I'd like to be doing a bit more than 20 miles an hour on the main road. So I'm being overtaken by a van. Oh, what's this? That's a nice posh entrance. This is the Saxlingham Farm Estate private drive. Interesting. Let's have a look up here then. It's a little footpath through the woods. One thing we get a lot of in the UK is a lot of public footpaths around everywhere, really. I don't know whether other countries get those as well. Do you have them in America? Do you have public footpaths across fields and stuff? Or is it all private farmland in America and other European countries? Or do you have public rights of way across them and through woods and stuff? I'm guessing you will have public footpaths around. But certainly in the UK we get a lot of those. So yeah, I'm not sure where this brings me back to, so I'm just looking on the map. It takes you around a loop and then back to another, what looks like another main road. We're going a bit quicker now, going downhill slightly, so we're going up to almost 40 miles an hour again. That's good. Oh, there's a farm in there. Get rid of that map again. There's a bit of a shed and stuff up there, so there's some sort of farm. So yeah, I get the general idea of the map. It is really nice. It's all obviously very detailed and very, very picturesque. It looks really good. We will explore these areas again. We'll probably start to buy some more fields at some point. Though the fields are so enormous that we can't buy too many because we'll be just too busy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this must be a slightly larger map scale than a standard map. It certainly feels it anyway. The fields seem a lot bigger. Oh, we're going faster now. I've set the cruise control now, so maybe that's what it is. That's interesting. Maybe if I put it on cruise control then it will go faster than if I just hold my foot down on the accelerator pedal. Because now I'm not going very fast again, but if I put cruise control on, let's see if that accelerates faster. Yes, it does. That's interesting. Okay, well at least I've learned that. So I have to use cruise control if I want to go fast. Because now we're getting up to proper speed, proper road speed. 61 miles an hour. That's the limit on this sort of road in the UK is 60 miles per hour. Typically, unless there's signs saying otherwise. Sometimes you get a lower speed limit, but usually 60 is the standard for a typical sort of country road like this. What I'll have to do, I think, is set the cruise control to a sort of to keep up with the traffic for about 50 miles an hour. Is it doing? I'll set it to 50 miles an hour maybe, or a bit less. What's it doing? 45? No, it's doing less than 45 at the moment. Or maybe it's because they're stuck behind that lorry over there. Oh, there's another farm there with some more sell points. I should probably go and look at that actually. Let's turn around. It's a dead end anyway there, so we'll turn around and we'll quickly have a look in here. I don't want to bore you. I don't. Hopefully it's not dragging on too much this, but if you don't want to see the map tour, then you can skip forward in the video because I'm sure we'll be doing something else soon. But I'm just interested myself to see what's around. So there's a cow farm here by the looks of it, or is it the animal dealer? And then more sell points. That's good. Yeah, this is all livestock then here. So this is where I think it must be where we buy the livestock and deliver things like straw and milk. Possibly. I don't know for sure, but what does it say on the map? So it's the manure buying station, animal dealer, yes. Animal dealer dairy. Animal dealer bales. Yes, it must be where we sell. Yes, it must be where we sell the milk and the animals when we get them. We don't have any, of course, at the moment, but I'm sure I might get some cows at some point. Okay, right. So next stop, we will go down. I saw there's another road on the left here, so we'll go down there, and then see what's down this road. There's another building there. Not really looking where I'm going, so that's not good. Probably slow the speed down a bit more on here. Do 30 miles an hour. So more farm buildings. Probably another farm we can buy. I'm guessing this one. If we wanted to move to a different farm. Can we purchase that? It's part of field, or plot area 65, so I'm assuming if you buy that you get that farm, but it's 511,000, so yeah, it's quite expensive. We're on plot 85, which is a bit cheaper. Okay, so yeah, that's nice. There's other options if we wanted to move to a different farm, we've got them. And then we'll head down here, where there's another river by the looks of it, another river crossing maybe. So we'll have a look at this. So round this way, we've got eventually the river. So I wonder if this is going to be a ford or whether it's going to be a bridge across. It's a bridge by the looks of it. Yep, so we've got a little bridge across the river there, which looks really nice. Just quickly go in the cab view, first person view, to see what it's like in here, since we're looking at the mod as well as the map as well at the moment. So that looks, yeah, really nice in there, really detailed. So it looks like this is the track has actually run out at the moment in this grass field. I don't know whether we can cut through to a new track at the other side of these fields, or whether we've got to turn around and come back again a different way. Hopefully we can get through somewhere. I can see there is another track beyond this field, but I don't know how we actually get through there. Probably can't. I'm probably stuck now. Probably have to go round again. So the rear view mirror doesn't work, which is interesting, but the side mirrors do. Oh, there's a gate there. I wonder if we can go through there. Let's jump out and open the gate. Let's go through here. Now we should really close the gate as well behind us. And yes, can we get through to the other side of this field? Hopefully we can. We've got through one, so I'm hoping we can. Because I can see where the other track starts on the other side here, so I'm hoping there's a gate. Yes, there is, I can see it. That's good. So we can get through here onto the main track again, or onto the other track. Yeah, I do like these gates. We've got the large spare wheel on the bonnet. Let's close that again. There we go. And what's the way back? We'll head back, sort of aim back towards our home farm now, so we should be able to get there this way. So we'll stick the cruise control on again, get it to 30 miles an hour. Should be alright on this track, hopefully. It's a bit rough though, but we'll see. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any faster than 30 down here. So what we've got here, we've got another farm. Yep, looks like another farm. Some more buildings. So there's lots of options if we wanted to move house. we can move to a few different places. And then yeah, where are we going from here? We could try and go up, or actually we can get through down here and then come back along the road towards the shop. Let's have a look down here. Looks like there should be a road here. Yes, there is. That's good. So we can go down here, and then that brings us back to the shop on the main road, and then back to our main farm. So yeah, not fully covered the whole map there, but I've certainly seen quite a lot of it, and I think you get the idea. I'm sure we'll discover more things as we play the series and move around, but looks like they're sort of some of the main areas that we can go to. And I am very impressed. I think it's a really good map. This it's so nice to have a very well made English map, because when it's an area that you know fairly well, it means more than if it's somewhere in a country that I've never visited before. Although it's nice to see different countries as well, of course, but I don't really know much about those countries necessarily, whereas I know quite a bit about the UK, having lived here all my life, so that helps. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing more maps, maybe an American map or other European maps at some point in the future, but I tend to stick on one series for quite a while, several months in real time, so there we go. Right, here we are back at the yard. I really wish this was my vehicle. I'd love to own this. It's a shame it's leased, but I suppose we could keep hold of it maybe for a bit, because it is a bit of a shame to get rid of it, 'cause it's really useful to have a little vehicle that you can drive around in and go places. But we'll just park it in here for now. And I think what we're going to do is move time forward so that we can start to get on with some other things, because there's not much we can really do at the moment. We've kind of run out of jobs, I suppose, for September. We've got 2 fields, was it, or 3 fields drilled? Let's just check the fields. So I think we've got 3 fields drilled. Yes, we have. It's just that one to do in the spring. But we do have quite a lot of selling to do in January, so we're quite a few months away from that. Oh, what we could do though is contracts, I suppose. Yes, we've got contracts to do, so we'll do that. The trouble is we are coming towards the end of September now, so it can't be too big a contract. That'll bring in some money. That's what I should have been doing, yes. Well, I'm pleased I did the map tour, but this is another way of seeing the map, is if you do contracts and have a drive around with doing the contracts. So there's, yeah, the fertiliser jobs are always quite worthwhile, except we don't have any money to buy any fertiliser with, so we'd have to borrow the equipment. But we'll do a big one, shall we? Should we do a big one and try this fertiliser spreader out? Field 16 or 17, where are they? 17, 16, there we go, yeah, so that's fine, yeah, we'll do 16. Field 16, there we go, and borrow the items, because that way we get some fertiliser that we can use rather than not having any money to buy our own fertiliser. We've got this, so this is a huge spreader, wow. Okay, so I'll get this filled up with fertiliser and we will head off and go and do that field. Right, there we go, that's that one finished, so we'll collect that. Oh, I've lost the fertiliser there, but have I did that? Yes, I have, okay. Yes, so we've done that job, but we have lost our fertiliser that we had left over. That's not a major problem though, we still got quite a good amount of money there. And we can do another one. It will mean we have to lease the equipment again, but that's not a major problem. It's only £1,000, it's still way cheaper than actually buying the fertiliser ourselves, so we'll do this one this time. A different machine as well, so we'll accept that one. We'll borrow the items for that one. So we get to experience another different machine. That's quite good actually. So this one is a self-propelled fertiliser spreader. That's an interesting thing. Never seen a machine like this before. So there's again 3 bags. I was a bit worried it wasn't going to be quite enough, but we actually did have enough for that last job, so we should be the same for this one. We should be fine. And yeah, these fertiliser jobs really do bring in quite a good amount of money for these size of these fields. So yeah, really good. So this is a very interesting looking machine. It's a bit like a self-propelled sprayer, but for solid fertiliser. So yeah, not seen one of these before. And this field is very close to the previous one. It's pretty much right next door to it, field 17. So I think we access it from the same place. Yes, we do. We go down the same track, which is just on the left here. It is starting to go quite dark now, so this will probably be my final contract for today, and then we'll move time forward. I don't know whether we'll have time for anything else after this, but I'll certainly get this job done. In fact, I might just slow time down slightly so it doesn't go completely dark, because I don't want to do it in the dark. So yeah, I will just head back to this field now and we'll get the next job done. before we end this contract, let's unload the fertiliser. There we go. So we hopefully will keep that. And that was an extra little bonus from doing the contract. With a bit of luck. I don't know whether we will get to keep that, but I think we do. Pretty sure we do. So let's find out. So we'll collect that. It's 29,000 still for that one. Even was that with the discount? Yeah, 29,050. So that's really, really good. That's brought us up to 58,000 in the bank, and we got some free fertiliser out of it, which is always a bonus. So yeah, definitely well worth doing the leasing on the fertiliser contracts, that's for sure. And certainly covered the cost of leasing this, which is actually a really nice mod. I do like it. And now I've found out how to get it to go faster than 30 miles an hour. That's always a good thing as well. Interesting it doesn't work though with the foot pedal unless you use the cruise control to get that to high speed. But yeah, not bad at all, that mod at all. So anyway, yes, let's move time forward to October now, because we've done quite a bit in September. We've been in September for a couple of episodes. I think the sleep trigger is in the house behind here, so we'll go. How do we get around the back? Through the gate. Does the gate open? Yes, it does. Okay, so yeah, we'll rest and then see what else there is that we can do in October. Still not going to be enough. Well, the price will still not be good enough to sell the crops in October. I don't think we have to wait until December, January for that. But we'll have a look at prices. So yes, we've got 102,000 litres of wheat, and the best price for that is in January, £1,200. At this rate, though, if we keep doing contracts, we might even be able to afford to build a bakery or a mill to process it into flour to sell, rather than selling it as grain. I suppose the other thing we could have done is got some chickens, maybe. But I do tend to do quite a lot of chickens in my other series, so maybe we don't want to do chickens again. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, here we are in October. So, we do have some more contracts still to do, which is nice. But it is, I suppose we have been going quite a while now, so I don't know whether I want to start another contract right now. That one shouldn't be too long. 33. I know we've done quite a bit of fertiliser spreading today. Where is field 33? There it is. I suppose we could finish off with yet another one, but they are profitable. That's why I want to do them, because they're certainly worth doing. Or there's field 10, which is a bit closer to the shop. Oh, 16 again. We've already done that one once, but apparently it needs doing again. Cultivating job, that's quite a long way away. But we don't want to do the same field again. So we'll do that one. We'll borrow the items again. Okay, and we'll finish off with doing one more fertiliser contract. I know there's been quite a bit of fertiliser spreading today. It's just that they're really well worth it. That's why I'm doing them, because we're trying to make as much money as possible basically at the moment to recover from the loss that we've suffered after a harvest, from all the expenses of harvest and buying the seed drill and everything, and of course, yeah, losing that field of wheat, which wasn't ideal. So we do need to try and find ways of getting as much money back as possible. Right, let's back onto the road. We'll go and do that quick one last contract today, and then we'll end there. Job done. So we've got over 2,300 litres of fertiliser left from this one, so we'll drop that in the shop here because I'm sure it'll come in handy when we come to drill that field. Or actually no, we won't, because soybeans don't take any fertiliser, do they, of course, but it will certainly come in handy for something, so we'll keep that there. And then we'll return the contract. Another 12,500 for that one. So that brings us to the end of the episode with 69,800, and I haven't even sold any crops yet. That's not bad at all. Very, very pleased with that. I didn't realise contracts paid so much on such big fields. I suppose I have got the extra contract mod installed though, I think, so that probably has something to do with it. But even so, they're still big fields, so that's why we gain quite a lot. Anyway, we're going to leave the episode there, so I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.